Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is. It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on the Yo. We got that Volume 5 Blake character short, and yo, I love what I saw. Give me a moment to explain why I love what it is that I saw. I really love this short because of the lesson that it is trying to get across when it comes to the characters involved and how in general that you can think about what the lesson is. And if you're looking for what the lesson is, where it is that you stand every single day on that line between friend and foe with the people you deal with, is that this short goes back to a time when Blake and Ilya were friends before the war and the decisions of the White Fang divided them, which then in turn led Blake to make the decisions to lead her where she went and Ilya to go her own way, for them to reconnect in the way that they interact now. Is that I appreciate that this short, even though it was a Blake short, gave us the opportunity to hear Ilya's story about everything that happened that led to her own decisions. Is that Blake asked the question, like, why would you fight for the White Fang? I'm like, you look as about as human as a faunus can get. And she explains that, well, I could have, but I wanted to see the world in this way. But it isn't that you wanted to see the world in this way, but ultimately in the end, it's about how the world sees you or chooses to see you, if that's how you wish to define it. Because she said it herself, everything was cool until they found out who you really were. Because you learn a lot about people when they see your true nature, because it gives them the equal opportunity to show you theirs. And it hurt Ilya inside. And she said it herself, she punched their teeth down their throat. And it was that fear of her that the same people used to laugh, joke, and play with. That even though that I was a faunus, y'all was making fun of faunus, and I'm here giggling with you just so I can fit in. But if you're not being yourself, are you really fitting in? It was that racism that divided Ilya to see the White Fang as like, yo, payback time. You know, the overarching backdrop of Ilya's story being told is you have Blake and Son trying to catch some dude trying to buy a switchblade. And that ultimately leads into a nice little cool animated chase, which leads into, once again, Blake and Ilya running into each other. You can still see that there is something there, that the friendship, because Ilya hesitates. So it isn't like the character herself is completely lost. That if under any other circumstances, we be having some tea, talking about old times and kicking it. But the decisions I've made and the decisions you've made draw that line between friend and foe that we all walk every single day. The line shouldn't matter to you, but sometimes the line indeed matters. And understanding that is important. And I love that even though that's what I took from it, is that it's true. It's like the whole show is based off of this line between friend and foe, and how all of these characters that we love have walked and traipsed across this line back and forth every single time they move, speak, do whatever. This is just a short that really puts that on display by, again, giving Ilya the spotlight to tell her story. That, yeah, this take place way before we even knew who Blake Belladonna was. But it doesn't give the story that Ilya told any less credence, any less credit to what the character became because of her interactions with those who understand you until you know it's not okay to understand you. That You love me one minute, fear me the next. Make your mind up. If this is the kind of emotional involvement that I'm going to draw from Volume 5, this is going to be good. Very, very good. And I can't wait. I don't know what else is there to really say here. It's like it's like if you looking for a RWBY hit before the 14th of next month, then this will get you what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really glad that we are getting these, because the show is probably not gonna have time or have the opportunity without interrupting plot flow to tell these stories, to give a character like Ilya a chance to be built up, to understand her character motivations, because we got a small bit of that near the end of Volume 4 in the limited interaction that Blake and Ilya had, but this one story makes Ilya a rounded character. It's like we have something we didn't have before. A why. We didn't have that. We do now. So when this character and them face off, because you know the fight for them between them is going to happen, that line is going to come play the very important role of, what side are you on? Are you my friend today? Will you be my foe tomorrow? This going to be good. This going to be good. But that's that. You know what I'm saying? That was all of the emotional and educational stuff that I was able to gather from watching this short. Can't wait for October 14th. It's going to be fun. But with that being said, I'm going to go and wrap this up and turn this to the video. Y'all not done with me yet. Y'all not done. I'm not done. So let's just call it spade a spade. Let's get up out of here. You know what it is. The one and the only. The triple, the G.O.D. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And with that being said, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.